Meet the ruddy duck, a small, compact diving duck with a whole lot of personality, found across North America and beyond. This little powerhouse is just over a foot long, built like a feathered tank. Native to North America's prairies and wetlands, it's also made its way to South America, and more recently, Europe. Part of the stiff-tailed duck family, the ruddy duck is instantly recognizable by its fan-shaped tail, often sticking straight up like a flag. During breeding season, the male ruddy duck is unmistakable, with a rusty red body, bright white cheeks, jet black cap, and a sky blue bill. Add a stiff, upright tail and a confident attitude, and you've got nature's version of a show-off. But this colorful look only lasts a few months a year, just long enough to impress. Outside of breeding season, things look a little more muted. The males lose their flashy colors, fading to gray like the females. Hens sport a more camouflaged look, grayish with light brown cheeks and a distinctive dark line under the eye. Juveniles resemble the females as they grow. Ruddy ducks are built for water, not land. On land, they waddle awkwardly, their large feet set far back on the body. But in water, they're agile divers and swimmers, darting and bobbing with a jerky flight like tiny bumblebees. When threatened, they'd rather dive than fly, disappearing like ghosts beneath the surface. Feeding mostly underwater, ruddy ducks dive to depths of up to 10 feet, sometimes staying submerged for 20 seconds. Their stiff tail acts like a rudder, helping steer as they paddle below. While diving is their primary feeding method, they'll also dabble or dip their heads when needed, either solo or in small groups. Usually quiet, ruddy ducks do have one noisy trick, the bubble display. During courtship, the male lifts his tail, inflates his neck, and beats his bill on his chest, creating a rapid drumming sound and even rings of bubbles in the water. It's quirky, it's unique, and it works. Breeding kicks off in spring. Mating bonds are often brief and flexible, one male may pair with multiple females. Nesting begins in May and stretches into July, with some ducks even breeding in their first year. Ruddy ducks nest in dense, tall marsh vegetation, often within 100 feet of open water. Their nests are made of woven plants, floating or anchored above water. A typical clutch includes 6 to 8 large, cream-colored eggs. Ducklings hatch after about 25 days, leaving the nest and swimming within a week. Here's a twist: ruddy ducks are brood parasites too. Females often lay eggs in the nests of other ducks and even other bird species. Sometimes multiple hens lay in one nest, leaving behind up to 60 eggs, not all of which survive. What's on the menu? Mostly plant matter like pondweed, wild celery, and bulrush seeds, making up over 70% of their diet. But they also feed on aquatic invertebrates like midge larvae, tiny snails, and amphipods, especially important for ducklings. Ruddies thrive in prairie marshes, shallow lakes, and sewage lagoons, anywhere with dense vegetation. They often share space with muskrats, which create open water lanes ideal for nesting access. Despite sharing habitat with many species, ruddy ducks tend to keep to themselves. Eggs are at risk from gulls, crows, and ravens, while ducklings face danger from foxes, raccoons, and even fish like bass. Still, ruddy ducks enjoy high nesting success, thanks to good concealment and escape tactics. Spring migration peaks in April, while fall movement begins in September. They mostly migrate at night, traveling east to west rather than north to south. Many winter along the Pacific coast or in Mexico, while others settle near the Gulf or Chesapeake Bay. In the early 1900s, overhunting caused a sharp decline in ruddy duck populations. But federal protections in the 1920s turned things around. Today, they're stable and widespread, though modern threats like oil spills still pose regional risks. Interestingly, ruddy ducks have become a problem overseas. After escaping captivity in the UK, they spread through Europe, threatening the native white-headed duck by interbreeding. Conservation efforts in Spain and England aim to control their numbers, a reminder that even well-loved species can become invasive. Let's wrap with a few fun facts. Males often stay silent, except when performing their famous bubble display. They're socially flexible, sometimes monogamous, sometimes not. And despite being awkward on land, they're remarkably successful parents, with about 70% nest success. As for lifespan, that's still a bit of a mystery in the wild.